Hello everyone, time for another of Mr. Scott's maths videos, this one about estimation and approximation. Let's make sure we understand what we're talking about. What is estimation? So it's getting a rough idea of the size of the answer to a calculation by using approximation. So we're doing a complicated question. We want to be reasonably confident that we've got the right answer. So we're going to approximate in order to get an answer to the question. What is approximation? Well, it's rounding the numbers off so that we're using numbers that are the same sort of size but are easier to work with. And we'll usually use numbers with one significant figure. That means we need to know what significant figures are. So the first significant figure of a number is the first digit from the left that isn't 0. And then you start counting from there onwards. Okay, and significant means important, and figure is just another word for digit. Let's look at it in use. It'll all make more sense then. So let's round these numbers to one significant figure. Right, so this is the first non-zero digit, the 4. So I'm going to keep the 4. But before I throw everything else away, I'm going to throw the 5 and the 8 away. Before I do that, have a look at what we're losing. We're losing a 5 here, which means we round this up. Always, when the first digit we're getting rid of is a 5 or bigger, we round up. So the 4 doesn't stay as a 4, it becomes a 5. All right? Now, the answer is not 5 here because this is not 4. This is 4 in the hundreds column. This is 5 tens and this is 8 units. So our answer needs this number to be in the hundreds column. So we need to say how many tens and how many units we've got. We've got 0 of each. So this question is effectively round 458 to the nearest 100. Okay, the first digit we've got are hundreds and we're rounding to the first digit, so we're rounding to hundreds. What is the nearest 100 to 458? It's 500. Okay, let's try the next one. Again, I'm keeping just the first digit, just the 4. All right, I don't want to write the 4 down this time because we've already seen that when there's a 5 following it, it's going to round up to a 5. Okay, but it's not going to end there. We've got units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. I need my first digit to stay in the 100,000s column. So I need to say that there are no 10,000s, no thousands, no hundreds, no tens, and no units. So these are all going to be zeros. If you're not sure what the column headings are, well, you should learn that. Yeah, go away, look at the Maths Watch video, make sure you understand what the column headings are, the powers of 10, units, tens, hundreds, and so on. But at this point, notice there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits following our first one, and they all turn into zeros. Okay? It's a little bit more complicated if we're dealing with a small decimal instead of a whole number. The first non-zero digit is still this 4. I'm still going to keep the 4. I'm still going to look at the next digit after it and realise that I need to round up, so the 4 will become a 5. I'll write it over here because I actually need a little bit of space in front of it. Okay, these are my units, my tenths, my hundredths, my thousandths, my 10,000ths, and my hundred thousandths. I need to keep my lead digit in the hundred thousandths column, which means I need an empty 10,000ths column, an empty thousandths column, an empty hundredths column, an empty tenths column, and an empty units column. So 0, 0, 0, 0, decimal point, 0. Notice, again, if you're not sure on what the column headings are, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros before our first digit. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros before our first digit. Make sure that your first digit is in the correct column, simply by counting. Right, it's your turn. Pause the video, have a go at these numbers here, and then get back to me. Okay, so my first digit is a 6. I'm going to keep the 6. It's followed by a 3, which means I'll be rounding down instead of up, so I'm going to keep the 6 as a 6. It's 6 in the hundreds column, so I need 2 placeholder zeros after it. Second one, again, keeping the 6. Again, it's going to round down. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns after the 6, so I'm going to have 5 zeros, 600,000. And the last one, again, I'm keeping the 6. Again, I'm going to round it down. Just going to stay as a 6. In front of it, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros before the decimal point. And there we are. Estimation and approximation. Summary. Keep one digit. Check if you need to round up. So check if your 4 needs to become a 5. And use place holder zeros to keep the digit in the correct column. As always, you only really get to understand this after you've practiced, so go away and do some questions, re-watch the video if you need to, watch the Maths Watch videos if they help more, come back to me and ask for some help if that's what you need. Okay, bye for now.